This video is going to walk you through the process of closing your fiscal or calendar year. This can be done, it doesn't have to be done at the end of a year to start a new year. You can go ahead, as it's going to be showing here, you go to your accounting and then they go into financial periods. It's going to display your most current year in here. In this case, it's 2026. We've opened up all our periods for 2026, but we haven't closed out 2025. So what you do is you back up to 2025, and whether this is a regular calendar year or if you have a fiscal year that starts in June and or July and ends in January, or any other month that covers a 12-month period, process is exactly the same. What you will want to make sure is you'll want to make sure that all your items have been posted for all the months of the year. You'll be flagged if there's something that hasn't been posted in any particular month when you close. And when you do get a message, you can exit out of here and you can go in and generate a report. One of the reports that you can generate is you can go into accounting reports and you can scroll down to the bottom and you can get your unposted banking transactions, or if you're using accounts payable, unposted bills, or if you're using accounts receivable, your unposted invoices. And so that will give you a list of things that need to be posted. You'll want to have done that before you proceed to go into accounting, back into financial periods, and to close the year. You also will want to make all your year-end adjustments if you're keeping a full general ledger accounting system. That would be done typically in December, but until then, some people do close periods, but you should be well aware that whenever you close a period, you no longer can post any new transactions to that period. Otherwise, you highlight it, click close, say yes, and if we need to resequence and close, close, close. Now, during this process is when you would be flagged if there were no, or if there were some unposted transactions in any one of those particular months. But so here you've closed, closed, and closed. So that's the process for closing the first 11 months. And as mentioned, you can no longer post any new transactions or adjustments to those months. Now, when you proceed to close the final period of your fiscal year, you are going to be prompted to make a backup and to give your retained earnings or net surplus if you're a nonprofit when you close this. So we'll go to here. When you go to close this, you're going to get this warning that it is the last period in your fiscal year, and it's just giving you the various information. So typically you'll want to have made a backup before that. If you haven't, when you continue and you've selected your retained earnings or net assets and click OK, it's going to ask you to back up. So if you haven't backed up prior to this, you really should say yes, you want to back up now and make a backup. Otherwise, if you have made a backup, then you just say no. And it's just giving you one more warning, because once you close a fiscal year, you cannot reopen it and put any new transactions. So you want to make sure you've absolutely every adjusting entry in there. And also, that's a good idea of why you make a backup now. If for whatever reason you say, find out that you want to reopen your year, you're going to have to restore from a backup to do that. So otherwise, you click yes, and your fiscal year is now closed, and you can no longer access. You can still report on all the information that's in there, but you can no longer go in and put in new transactions, as was indicated earlier. And that's the process for closing out a calendar or fiscal year in People's Choice Accounting.